Hello and welcome everyone to Campus Pride's Lavender graduation ceremony, celebrating the class of 2021. My name is April Lichtman and I am a Campus Pride ambassador and summer 2021 intern. Today's live stream program is streaming across Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. Closed captioning is available on Facebook and YouTube platforms. Please take a moment to tag your friends and family in the chat box to encourage them to join the celebration today for the class of 2021. Campus Pride and National PFLAG have teamed up for the second year to offer this national event to highlight the positive work and accomplishments of LGBTQ and allied young people. Congratulations, class of 2021.
Hello, my name's Tom Elliott. I'm the board chair for Campus Pride. I also happen to be the first board chair who's also a graduate of the Camp Pride Summer Leadership Academy from when I was a college student in 2008. My story is not unique. I grew up in a small town outside of Dallas, Texas, to conservative religious parents. Like so many others, college is where I found myself. When I came out to my college advisor, who was the head of the Women's Center on campus, she recommended I apply for Camp Pride. I did and got accepted, and then I got funding from the university to attend. When I arrived at Towson University in Baltimore, it was the first time I had been in a room with all queer people. It was the first time I was able to meet and talk to a trans person in a safe space, free of judgment. It was also where I learned about the meaning of privilege and about how those with privilege should be using that privilege to advocate for those with less. At that moment, my life changed forever. The summer after camp, SMU was ranked the 14th most homophobic university in the nation. And I was surprised to learn that because I had never experienced any kind of direct bias or discrimination. When I looked into how SMU got that score, one of the reasons was because there was a lack of LGBTQ representation in student government. So when I returned to SMU the next semester, I launched a campus-wide campaign to add an LGBTQ representative to the Student Senate. I got our LGBTQ Student group spectrum involved, circulated petitions, met with student senators, got media attention, and even had prominent LGBTQ donors come to the university to speak in support. But ultimately, our efforts failed. The next semester, after I graduated, I received a message on Facebook from a first-year student who told me the reason he selected SMU was because he saw what we were doing on campus and wanted to pick up where we left off on our campaign. I was overjoyed, so I handed over all the resources I'd collected, and this student and others continued to push for this student senate seat for another 10 years. It still hasn't passed. The lesson I learned from this is that while I never really experienced direct bias while I was a student, there was a systemic bias against giving LGBTQ students in general a seat at the table. And the lesson I want to share with all of you is that the work you've done on your campuses really does have an impact. You may not see it right now, even in the next couple of years, but I promise you all the work you've done to create safe, inclusive communities on your campuses has helped push the needle forward. And that's what Campus Pride's mission is all about. We're here to develop the next generation of leaders on campus to push for positive change and to keep pushing for it until we have a society free of anti-LGBTQ prejudice, bigotry, and hate. There's been a lot of progress made since I graduated from college 11 years ago, but yet there's still a lot more work to be done. I'm comforted to know that LGBTQ young people today are even more resilient and ambitious than the previous generation. I mean, the fact that you all are graduating now after having your lives upended by the pandemic is a testament to your strength and perseverance. As I wrap up, I'd like to share a poem with you that I first discovered hanging on a frame on my grandfather's wall when I was growing up. It's helped me stay grounded and has informed my perspective. I try my best to live by these words, and I hope you take away the same comfort and resolve that I do, especially as you embark on this next chapter of your lives. Here is Desiderata by Max Urban. Go placidly amid the noise and haste, and remember what peace there may be in silence. As far as possible without surrender, be on good terms with all persons. Speak your truth quietly and clearly, and listen to others, even the dull and ignorant. They too have their story. Avoid loud and aggressive persons. They are vexatious to the spirit. If you compare yourself with others, You may become vain and bitter, for always there will be greater and lesser persons than yourself. Enjoy your achievements as well as your plans. Keep interested in your own career, however humble. It is a real possession in the changing fortunes of time. Exercise caution in your business affairs, for the world is full of trickery. But let this not blind you to what virtue there is. Many persons strive for high ideals, and every life is full of heroism. Be yourself. Especially do not feign affection. Neither be cynical about love, for in the face of all aridity and disenchantment, it is as perennial as the grass. Take kindly the counsel of the years, gracefully surrendering the things of youth. Nurture strength of spirit to shield you in sudden misfortune. But do not distress yourself with dark imaginings. Many fears are born of fatigue and loneliness. Beyond a wholesome discipline, be gentle with yourself. You are a child of the universe, no less than the trees and the stars. You have a right to be here. And whether or not it is clear to you, no doubt the universe is unfolding as it should. Therefore, be at peace with God, whatever you conceive him to be. And whatever your labors, aspirations, in the noisy confusion of life, keep peace with your soul. With all its sham, drudgery, and broken dreams, it is still a beautiful world. Be cheerful, strive to be happy. Congratulations, class of 2021, and happy Pride, everyone.
Hello, my name is Aruna Rao. My pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I am a member of the PFLAG Board of Directors. I want to congratulate each and every graduate and let you know how proud I am of your accomplishment. I know that it's been really hard for many of you to attend college this last few years, and that it has been doubly difficult for many of you this past year. Dealing with the global pandemic has meant that your lives and your college career has been disrupted, and many of you have had to move to virtual learning. And of course, being an LGBTQ person also means that there have been so many more barriers to living an authentic life. I want to let you know that PFLAG celebrates your accomplishment. As an immigrant parent of a transgender child who recently graduated college, and as a proud mother who's representing thousands of family members all over the country, I just want to say I'm here to cheer you on, to embarrass you with lots of love, kisses, and hugs, and to share that each one of you, my lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, pansexual, asexual, intersex, and beyond graduates, is loved, is valued, and has support at any time from any PFLAG all over the country. Just go to pflag.org and you will find a PFLAG that can support you and your family members. I know that you, the class of 2021, is prepared for great things lie ahead for you. You're self-aware. You're engaged in your communities and with your families. You care about the big issues. You have put yourself through school, some of you. Some of you have done this with the help of a supportive family, and some of you are, of course, the very first to attend school. Some of you have navigated all these challenges of the world around you all by yourself. And I have to say this again, you did this during the pandemic. I am so proud of each and every one of you for this amazing accomplishment. I congratulate you. I send you lots of love from the PFLAG family. Thank you to our partners at Campus Pride for inviting us and making us part of this joyful celebration.
Thank you, Campus Pride and PFLAG. My name is Jordan Toiber, and I am a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 21 intern. Today is the day of celebration. Congratulations. And we have to thank our Pride Month partners who make what we do possible. A big shout out to Pink of Victoria's Secret. Woohoo. Please be sure to check out Pink's Proud With You campaign all month in stores and both online in the month of June. You can also show love by using the hashtag Pink Pride all on your social media platforms. Okay, now let's get started. Our next guest is a hashtag LaughGrad herself, and she is no stranger to Campus Pride. Last year, she was our host for hashtag LaughGrad and a Campus Pride intern like myself. Now she is a graduate of the University of North Carolina at Greensboro. Welcome, class of 2021 graduate and Campus Pride Ambassador Deja Dixon.
Hi everyone, my name is Deja Dixon, my pronouns are she, her, and hers, and I was a Campus Pride intern, and now I'm an alumni for UNCG, or the University of North Carolina at Greensboro, because I know that LabGrad is an international thing. We have so many people joining us today, and I'm so happy, and I love all of us coming together. I'm getting too into it already. I would like to first start off by congratulating everyone that's graduated this year. Woo! This has been such a hard year, y'all. And I definitely understand that struggle. Graduating myself, I just graduated like 2 weeks ago. It's been rough. And so I definitely want to send lots of love and positivity, not only to the people who have already graduated, but also to the people that are going to graduate, whether it's this summer, this winter, whenever, you know, all of my 2021 graduates, a round of applause. You definitely deserve it. For me personally, being an intern with Campus Pride has definitely helped me be more in touch with the queer community, be more in touch with organizations, not only locally, but again, international, national around us, that can help support queer people that look like me, that look like you, whether you're queer or not, or even if you're just a really strong ally. And I definitely feel like that helps support me throughout this entire journey that I've been on. I personally had a lot of different, things kind of in my way, keeping me from trying to graduate. I've had my own mental health problems. Depression is real, y'all. And I'm sure plenty of you have gone through that. And I'm here to tell you the very cliche saying of keep trying, it will get better. And I know that it's definitely hard, especially during COVID. This has been a very trying year, past 2 years, honestly, because the people that were supposed to graduate this year also were cut off in their junior yearish, I think. At least that's what it was for me. And so I definitely want to continue to send all of that love and positivity. I know that's a very difficult thing that I had to deal with, and I know that plenty of you probably dealt with it too, or are still dealing with it. So I continue to send all of that positive energy towards you. Congratulations, you deserve it once more, and I'm going to keep saying it because you need to celebrate yourself. And then also recognizing, of course, queer, Black, woman, lots of different intersecting identities going on. Definitely some marginalized identities going on there. And so I definitely want to celebrate all of the beautiful people that look like me, sound like me, as loud as me. Definitely continue to take up space, especially within the queer community. Continue to take up space, continue to represent, continue to be the bosses that you are. You graduated against all odds, and you need to celebrate that. And I'm so happy that I'm able to engage and celebrate with you. And I also want to highlight the fact that with my own campus, UNCG, whoop whoop, being a student leader was a hard thing. So I want to say congratulations to all the student leaders at UNCG. Again, it has been a trying year, but we got through it. We powered through, and we were still able to show other students, even though it's been a hard year, we've gone through a lot, we were still able to power through and empower others at the same time. And I encourage you, whether you're a student leader on your campus, in your community, whether you're just a student leader for yourself, or just a leader in general, continue to do that. Continue to empower others with all of the positivity that you bring in to empower yourself. And that's what I'm doing to you now. And I'm taking a little bit too long to say it, but again, congratulations. You definitely deserve it. Everyone that's watching this, continue to spread that love and positivity. Everyone deserves it, and you never know who might need that little bit of encouragement to continue to keep doing what they're doing in order to get to that, even if it's far away, the success line, the finish line, whatever you want to call it. In this case, it was graduation. So again, my final congratulations. I promise I'll stop saying it, but I'm super proud of you. I know I don't know you, whoever's watching this right now, but I still love you. I'm sending lots of positive energy to you, and I want to send lots of encouragement to you as well. Not only if you've already graduated in your next future endeavors, or if you're going to graduate, I'm sending you energy for graduation. But yes, I'm gonna shut up now. Everyone, you're amazing people. Continue to spread love and positivity. And if you need it, here's a heart from me. Boop. Bye, everyone.
The work of Campus Pride is critical, investing in LGBTQ students like Deja and others across the country. My name is Brandon Marding, and I am a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 2021 intern. Throughout the program today, you will see logos of our sponsors and partners like PFLAG. Please show some love as we thank them for supporting Campus Pride. We also wish to show appreciation to the faculty, staff, and alums who support our work at the 1,400 plus colleges across the country that we serve annually. Some of these people are featured alongside the students in the class of 2021 today. Thank you. It has been a long year, and we appreciate everyone. Be sure to share this video and tag us at Campus Pride, #LavGrad. Congratulations, class of 2021. Now let us continue as we feature the graduating class of 2021.
Greetings, my name is Yolanda Trevino, and I serve as Assistant Vice President in the Office of the Vice President for Diversity, Equity, and Multicultural Affairs at Indiana University. It is my distinct honor to recognize and celebrate LGBTQ+ students and their academic achievement of earning an IU degree. I know this is a very exciting time for you, your families, and friends, and I want to personally congratulate your can-do attitude, hard work, and dedication. For at the same moment as your college chapter is ending, you may have already begun to create and embrace the beginning of a bright, shiny new chapter. If I may, I'd like to take a moment to reflect on the history of Lavender graduation ceremonies. They are annual ceremonies conducted to honor lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, queer, and ally students, and to honor and acknowledge their achievements and contributions to their college or university. The Lavender graduation ceremony was created by Dr. Ronnie Sandlow, a Jewish lesbian who had been denied the opportunity to attend the graduations of her biological children because of her sexual orientation. It was through this experience that she came to understand the pain felt by her students. Encouraged by the Dean of Students at the University of Michigan, Dr. Sandlow designed and launched the first Lavender graduation ceremony in 1995 at the University of Michigan with 3 graduates. Now, there are over 220 Lavender graduation ceremonies honoring and recognizing thousands of LGBTQ+ students at colleges and universities nationwide. Today, Lavender graduation is a cultural celebration that also recognizes LGBTQ+ students of all races and ethnicities and acknowledges their achievements and contributions to the university as students who survived, thrived, and in some places transformed the college experience. Here we stand as benefactors of our earlier lesbian, gay, bisexual, transgender, and queer brothers and sisters' struggles and the embodiment of their perseverance and tenacity. 2020 will be forever remembered as the year of the COVID pandemic and the havoc that it created around the world. For many in the LGBTQ+ community, it was also a year of coming together, of sustaining each other, raising our voices, listening to each other's stories, and learning how we can continue in the legacy of activism, fight for social justice, and equality. As this chapter comes to a close, our hope today is that this Lavender congratulatory leaves a positive last experience. We encourage you to stay connected, become involved alumni, and mentors for our LGBTQ+ students, and when you can, support efforts that support them to grow, thrive, and to be authentically, unapologetically themselves. And as RuPaul reminds us all, when you become the image of your own imagination, it is the most powerful thing that you could ever do. Again, many congratulations, graduates.
Resilience is defined as the capacity to recover from difficulties. As members and allies of the LGBTQIA+ community, we are not afraid of difference or of being different. We are different, and that difference is beautiful. That difference has built and strengthened our resilience. So for this year's Rainbow graduation, we actually had over 160 graduates RSVP to attend tonight's celebration and to wear their rainbow cords proudly for the commencement ceremonies this week. So, despite the challenges you faced throughout the year in this unprecedented environment, you showed up in unprecedented numbers, donned proudly in rainbow cords. So tonight is about celebrating you and your accomplishments because you are resilient. So congratulations, Rainbow graduate class of 2021.
I came here hoping to be accepted, or at least safe, and my wishes came true. My roommates were, and still are, phenomenal. I started making friends and then later decided to apply for a job at OIR, and I got it. Within a couple of weeks working there, I had so many new opportunities open up because of the people I worked with and met, like Andrew. He told me that there was an opening on the executive board, e-board, for ODU Saga, which I accepted. Moving to a different state to go to college during the pandemic as a trans and queer person sounded like a terrible mistake at first, but being an active member of the Spectrum LLC made what I thought was going to be a terrible first year into the starts of something great.
Examples of queer resilience are all around us, and we need look no further than Hampton Roads when we need a reminder of what it means to be queer, strong, and outrageous. Graduates, I hope that you carry this history with you as you head out into this next adventure. Queer resilience has never been a solitary endeavor. It has been and remains a group effort. Forge your own way, but acknowledge the grit and determination of the queer people before you that made that path a little easier, and try to clear it for those after you.
I'm with the LGBT Life Center. I am honored to be here and be part of the Rainbow graduation. We know that COVID has happened, however, your resilience has never stopped. And we are so proud of you. We are so proud of everything that you are and everything that you are becoming.
It's events like this where we can come together and can connect and not let the pandemic rule us, but our love and our passion for each other and for being a member of the LGBTQIA+ community. That's what's important tonight. And I hope that as you think about what you're doing today, what you're doing tomorrow and in the future, you think about the power of connection. And I challenge you to make sure you're connecting with your friends, your families, your partners, your significant others, your mentors, that you're connecting with them and feeding that relationship and adding to that relationship so that you are connecting with them, but also that you're reaching out to others and helping them connect as well. As we know the power of connection, and we've talked about the different pieces, that it's not always the person that's in the spotlight or the person that's famous that's made a difference. It's sometimes the unsung hero, and many of you will be the unsung heroes too. So I want you to connect with your friends and your families, but also I want you to help facilitate that connection, because that's really powerful. Because alone we can do so little, but together we can do so much. It's really resonated with me today. Alone we can do so little, together we can do so much. I love quotes, and that's a quote from Helen Keller, and I really thought that's so important for us as a community. not only as a Monarch community, but as a gay community, as a queer community. When we come together, we can do so much. So I thank you for being part of the Monarch community. I thank you for being part of this rainbow celebration, and thank everyone that had a part in bringing us together. And I know that you're going to do great things, and I know you're going to connect, and I know we are going to continue to do great things, because that's what Monarchs do. We do great things. Congratulations.
You have already had this enormous leap forward compared to previous generations of LGBTQ folk, thanks in part to the work of your predecessors, but largely thanks to this commitment that you have made to yourselves and to empathy for people around you. You know who you are, so show it. And you all know what kind of world you want to live in, so demand it and don't lose sight of it. This year has been hard. I can't imagine going through all of this at the age that you're going through all of it. But one last piece of advice I can give you is that there are going to be a lot of years. Things might look uncertain and blurry now, but they will come into focus. We need you now more than ever to create a world that's livable for everyone, that's welcoming to everyone, and that literally won't burn down. No pressure or anything.
Well, hi everyone. My name is Connor Hounsell, and it's such an honor to be here, at least virtually speaking to you all. While I was obviously disappointed to not finish out my final semester and have a typical graduation in 2020, one of the hardest parts was not being able to participate in this ceremony. As a previous MC, the complete joy, celebration, and purpose this Lavender recognition ceremony has provided to myself and many other LGBTQ+ WKU graduates is unmatched. I want to say thank you to all those involved in planning this ceremony. In my time at WKU, I had multiple opportunities to advocate for LGBTQ+ issues. I served on the Campus Pride Index Committee, where we worked to ensure WKU was supporting queer students in all aspects of the university experience. I saw the Campus Pride Center go from basically a closet in the Garrett Conference Center to now an established space here in DSU. Well, at least where you all are, not myself currently. I also witnessed the beginning of the creation of the Topper Pride alumni chapter, which is now doing a great job of connecting with LGBTQ+ alumni and working to support current students, and is something you should all join as soon to be alumni. These changes did not come without the tireless efforts of many individuals and shows the importance of continually working to improve our university for all. As a member of the Student Government Association, I work to gather student support for things such as funding this recognition ceremony, improved LGBTQ+ healthcare services on campus, and the passage of a fairness ordinance in Bowling Green. This did not come without some opposition from within and outside the organization, but myself and other student advocates continue to support these necessary efforts. Outside of the university, I was able to participate in the Fairness Campaign and their work in Bowling Green to ensure LGBTQ+ anti-discrimination protections in Bowling Green, although our city commission has still failed to pass this important ordinance. The goal of me saying all this is not to say how everything is hard, but to highlight the victories that are achieved with continued advocacy in the face of challenges. For example, while we still lack a fairness ordinance in Bowling Green, we elected State Rep Patty Minter here tonight, who has gone on to introduce a statewide fairness ordinance with numerous sponsors in Frankfurt. I now find myself at a university in Washington, D.C. that I expected to be a breath of fresh air, but students seem to be advocating for a lot of the same issues, surprisingly, such as inclusive housing and a gender-affirming name change process for students. This does not make these issues okay and that they are seen at multiple universities, but goes to show that there is work to do everywhere, and we can find support and encouragement from these similar struggles. We find ourselves now in the midst of a dual pandemic of COVID-19 and systemic racism. Communities of color are bearing the brunt of COVID-19 due to historical and current underinvestment in these communities based on white supremacy. We also continue to witness anti-Black and brown violence by police. Meanwhile, on the state level, we see attempts to limit the political power of minority communities through new voting laws, and many of these same states have also passed or are considering bans on medical treatment for transgender youth, amongst other efforts to curb LGBTQ+ rights. All this is to say that we must see our collective struggle towards equality. The LGBTQ+ rights movement largely began with a series of protests by Black trans women at Stonewall Inn. Still today, Many trans women of color face violence and a drastically shorter life expectancy than their counterparts, yet many people, including those in our community, are not talking about this. We all have a stake in this collective struggle to address the harmful impacts of white supremacy that results in all these oppressive systems we see of racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, ableism, and more. I'm not here to say I know all the answers or can tell you what to do, as I am constantly learning how to be a better advocate, so I just ask you to do the same. It's important for you to continue to listen and learn and be willing to give up your power and privilege to elevate those who are not often heard. I know you are likely in the middle of finals right now, myself included, and anxiously looking forward to graduation and whatever is next. I hope you take the time to relax and celebrate your accomplishments. This has surely been a difficult year to finish your education, or at least the step in it, so be proud of yourself. And after that, take time to reflect on the skills and knowledge you have gained in your years here. Then think how you can take these and use them to advance the important work to be done to make a society that works for us all. As I conclude, I have many individuals to thank for my experience at WKU, but can sadly only name a few. First, to my best friend, Kara Lowry, thank you for your constant support and believing in me. And to Patty, thank you for your mentorship and the consistent work you do to support all students and individuals. And finally, thank you to all the great professors, staff, and fellow students that I worked with, learned from, and that helped me make the most of my time on the Hill. Thank you all so much for listening to me today, and congrats again to all graduates.
Remember, love is love and be yourself. My name is Julia Schwenderman, and I am a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 2021 intern. Today, for all those watching, we have a special surprise. You can win a Campus Pride signature bracelet from one of our Pride Month partners, the Little Words Project, simply by sharing this live stream and tagging #LavGrad and following @Campus Pride or @PFlag on Twitter, Instagram, Facebook, or YouTube. Remember to use #LavGrad. And do it now. Thank you so much, Little Words Project. Following the live stream, we will notify all of the winners. So share and post to congratulate the class of 2021. And now back to the graduating class of 2021.
Hello, and welcome to our University of North Florida LGBTQ Center's Lavender graduation class of 2021. We are super excited that you can join us today. And unfortunately, although we cannot be meeting in person, we're all gathered virtually around our screens. And hopefully you'll be able to enjoy this beautiful ceremony that our team has put together for you. We are so proud of all of our graduates. The Lavender graduation is where we celebrate our LGBTQ plus students who are graduating, those who have made it all the way to the top. And we're so excited to have such a diverse group with us today. Hopefully you can join us and watch the rest of the show, because we did it with lots of love. And hopefully next year we can celebrate this in person. I would like to start tonight's celebration with a quote from my favorite poet, E.E. Cummings. He writes, "It takes courage to grow up and become who you really are." Well, that's what you have all done. You have all achieved the courage to not only be able to graduate, but doing so in being your true selves, being unapologetically you. And we celebrate that. Whatever your gender identity is, whichever personal pronouns you use, this is all for you. This is your celebration. We are so happy that you have chosen to be a part to celebrate this momentous occasion with us. So we want to thank you for allowing us into your lives. But I think it's time that we begin our celebration. The speaker who will be welcoming you tonight is very near and dear to us at the LGBTQ Center. He is our office assistant. He is also a Perch Fellow, which means that he works with our mental health counseling program at the LGBTQ Center. But he's also a UNF graduate. He actually graduated last year, so he's in the class of 2020, with a Master's of Social Work. We are super proud to welcome him and to have him as our speaker tonight, welcoming all of you. I would like to introduce you to Hayden.
Hi everyone, I wanted to welcome you to the Lavender graduation ceremony. I'm so excited for our graduates this year who have persevered through a pandemic in their last year of school, which is a feat for anyone, but especially someone who is a senior who is graduating to be able to get all of this stuff done, all of the extra unnecessary crap that the school says is necessary, but you know, it's just a bunch of paperwork to get done to graduate. I want to congratulate all of the graduates for everything that they've done. They're just so fantastic. I'm so excited for you, and I'm happy that you all get to walk. I know it hasn't been an easy year, but I'm glad to see so many individuals from the LGBTQ community taking this step, taking this final or sometimes intermediate step into their career, into the life that they want to live and the path that they want for their life. And I want to extend to everyone, come down to the LGBTQ Center before the weekend, before the graduation ceremony later on this weekend, and grab your lavender cord. Make sure you get that so you can walk with it, and stop by next week and we'll have the lavender graduation certificates printed out for you so you can have that to nicely hang up on your wall. And I don't think I'm leaving out anything else, so congrats, graduates. We'll see you on the flip side.
Huge congratulations to the graduating class of 2021. Thank you for making Virginia Tech a little bit more fabulous.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You should all be very proud of yourselves and all that you've accomplished during your time here at Tech. I am here celebrating you, and I see you all. I even pulled out my own cords to celebrate you all. So congratulations and good luck moving forward.
Hey folks, Dr. Bing here, wishing the class of 2021 a massive congratulations. And even though some of you will be leaving us, we'll always be here for you. So please let us know how we can help you both personally and professionally, whether that be a letter of recommendation, serving as a reference, or just being a very encouraging voice in your email inbox. Take care, congratulations.
Congratulations to the phenomenal LGBTQ plus graduates that have made this vibrant Hokie community. I am so proud of the ways that each of you have shown up through all the challenges of this year. You have worked so hard to define and manifest personal success. You've helped your peers feel like they matter and belong. And most importantly, you've demonstrated just how inherently resilient our queer community can be and always has been.
Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You did it. You are here. Your ideas, your words, your action can change the world. And we look forward to sharing in the beauty and the joy and the power of your work. Thank you for all that you've contributed to our Virginia Tech community. And thank you for all that you are going out into the world to do. We are so grateful. Congratulations.
On behalf of the LGBTQ+ caucus at Virginia Tech, I would like to congratulate you and wish you all the best in all you set out to do. We are so proud of you, not only for your achievements, but also for embracing and celebrating who you are. May everything you strive to do bring out your authentic, truest self. And remember, you are a lifelong LGBTQ+ Hokie.
Hello, my name is Jerry St. Louis, and I am a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 2021 intern. I am also a proud graduate of Florida A&M University. Growing up Black, gay, and from the South, it was important for me to select a school where I felt safe. Remaining connected to my culture was vital, so attending a historically Black college or university was imperative. I applied and was accepted to Florida A&M University. And can I share a secret? I was terrified. Growing up in the South, I experienced my fair share of bigotry, racism, and just willful ignorance. And I did not want to have a repeat of any of these experiences. From the first day I set foot on FAMU's campus, I knew I was home. From the genuine care and love from my professors to the rigor of the academics, my experience truly embodied the college of love and charity FAMU described itself to be. An unexpected surprise was that I found my group of weirdos. I thought I would be alone, or at least one of a kind. But nope. From SGA to the social clubs, the gays were everywhere, honey. From feeling welcome to finding my chosen family and enjoying set Fridays, attending FAMU was one of the best decisions I ever made. Congratulations to the graduates of 2021. Keep pushing forward. Take up space and show up in the world as who you are and not who the world tells you to be. And for those graduating high school seniors that are considering attending an HBCU, do it. It'll be the best decision you've ever made.
Wow, this is so amazing. Congrats, class of 2021. My name is Alexander Cheatham, and I am a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 2021 intern. So what makes LabGrad and this ceremony even more special? Well, it's Pride Month. All month of June, Plus, it's Campus Pride's 20th anniversary, 20 years of leadership, activism, and advocacy. Please check out Campus Pride events for our 20th anniversary and Pride Month online at campuspride.org/June Pride Month. Again, that is campuspride.org/June Pride Month. And don't forget Digital Camp Pride this summer for student leaders and faculty and staff to learn valuable leadership and social justice skills too. Now, it is my great pleasure to welcome a very special guest from the United States White House.
Hello, and congratulations to today's graduates. My name is Hannah, I use she, her pronouns, and I spend my time working with young and LGBTQ people in the White House Office of Public Engagement, which makes it extra wonderful to see so many proud LGBTQ young people graduating and preparing to lead us towards a more equitable and just future. As we are celebrating this tremendous accomplishment, I also want to acknowledge the hardship that so many of you have experienced to get to this point. From the mental health challenges so many LGBTQ young people have faced at school and at home, to the fear many trans youth have experienced this year as they've been targeted by discriminatory bills. It may not have been an easy road for everyone to get here, but I'm so glad you made it because we need you. We need your brilliance, your creativity, and your determination as you embark on your next steps and continue the hard and rewarding work of living freely and authentically and making it easier for everyone who comes after you to do the same in the tradition of all of the LGBTQ elders who came before us. I hope you continue to find community and build relationships where you feel safe being who you are and where you're able to continue to grow and learn more about yourself. The road ahead will not always be easy, but with good people by your side to keep you steady and grounded in who you are and what your purpose is, I know you will flourish in whatever you decide to do. And know that as you do that, this administration has your back and will continue to uphold the dignity of all people and advocate for full equality for LGBTQ people everywhere we are. Happy Pride, and I'm so excited to see the bright futures that you all have ahead of you.
Thank you. We appreciate the U.S. White House being part of today's Lavender graduation program, honoring the class of 2021 LGBTQ and ally graduates. Thank you. Now, we welcome back the graduating class of 2021.
Aloha mai kako. My name is Cameron Miyamoto, and I am the director of the LGBTQ Center at the University of Hawaii at Manoa. My pronouns are he, him, his. I am excited to join you today in the Lavender virtual graduation ceremony. Congratulations on all of your achievements. This is a huge accomplishment this year during COVID, and as LGBTQ plus and ally folks across the nation, this is a time to know that your accomplishments, your achievements are well deserved. Congratulations on your resiliency. Best wishes for all of your future endeavors, and thank you for your dedication to LGBTQ plus equality here, across the nation, and in the world. Thank you, and congratulations.
Thanks, everybody, for being here. While I am currently in the position of Associate Dean, I'm a sociologist at heart, and I think you'll see some of that come through in what I have to say today. My areas of expertise in sociology are in gender, sexuality, and the family. And I am a member of a very large queer family that I'm very proud of. I have to say that, you know, I've been through many, many years of graduations and graduation speakers. And I must say, this is the first time I've actually been invited to speak. And I'm honored that my first time is actually going to be a Lavender graduation, which I didn't expect, but I'm super excited about. And my hope is to accomplish 3 things in 10 minutes. One thing I want to do that I think is the most important is honor the graduates today. The second thing I want to do, which all good professors always want to do, is to leave your brain with something to puzzle over when I'm done. And then finally, I want to offer all of us a challenge. All right, you up for this? Good. Okay. So first things first, let's talk about our graduates. So here we have an exceptional lineup of incredible individuals who managed to complete their program of study despite barriers brought on by a worldwide pandemic that brought most of our society to a grinding halt. So I'd be remiss not to acknowledge that right at the very beginning. On top of that, the folks that are graduating in our Lavender graduation ceremony are graduating from a remarkable range of programs. And I don't know if you know this or not, so I'm just bear with me for a minute because I just want to read off some of the programs that they're graduating from. We have biology, psychology, doctorate in occupational therapy, politics and government, history, English literature, computer science, education, music education, Spanish, social work, Latin American literature, environmental biology, theater, environmental science, creative writing, PhD in education and leadership, international studies, French, applied sustainability in environmental science, art history, media arts, film and video, applied theater, dance, media arts, social work, masters of social work, journalism, criminal justice, law and society, speech language pathology, master's degree, and bioinformatics and mathematics. Is that incredible or what? It's incredible. I'm not surprised, but I'm really excited about it. And I think it really shows off the incredible variation and variety of expertise that we have coming out of this graduation. I'm very proud of you. I will also note that, you all are the future social workers, you're the musicians, the educators, the writers, business leaders, medical health professionals, community activists, computer programmers, and as you heard in the video, software engineers, and so much more. You have an education that's going to bring you an incredible amount of satisfaction in your work. And don't ever take that for granted. And I hope you use that privilege wisely. Soon, you're going to be a part of a larger community of Pacific alums, which by the way includes me, because I used to be a Pacific student, believe it or not. And we have a common passion, us Pacific folk, and that is we like to help other people. We really do. That's what we're in it for. And I'm sure that's what you're in it for as well. And when you have a half a second to actually catch your breath and reflect, I think you're going to be blown away by what you have accomplished and endured in your graduation. And I hope in that reflection, you will feel an unwavering swagger. If I was with you in person right now, I would do a little swagger just to demonstrate what I mean by this. You, I hope, will have an incredible sense of strength and confidence for what you have been able to endure. If you can successfully graduate during a pandemic, what can't you do? And you will need this confidence, because here's where I'm going to take a slightly dark turn for a moment. Because you are transitioning from college to the professional world at a time when your communities need you now more than they ever have. They need you badly. And I will say, COVID continues to present challenges that strike LGBTQ plus individuals and communities particularly hard, and is likely to be with us for some time to come. And I don't need to tell some of you that because you're feeling it right now and you're experiencing it right now. The latest data that we're getting indicates that LGBTQ plus folks are more likely to experience COVID job loss. And because of discrimination in hiring, it's more difficult for us to get reemployed. And for some of us, It comes down to a painful decision to use a dead name in order to get a paycheck. We have problems with housing insecurity and discrimination, food insecurity. We all know these problems have been intensified by the pandemic, and they're even more difficult for LGBTQ individuals. Health inequalities have been intensified, whether it's access or getting relevant health care. Being able to see a health professional who understands you and validates your identity. We know the recent data that's coming out, at least, suggests that LGBTQ individuals are more likely to experience the mental health impacts of the pandemic, and the differences are particularly striking. LGBTQ plus individuals of color are at a particular disadvantage and have been left behind by dominant society. Now, how many of you took some queer history or some gay, lesbian history? If you have, you know that community spaces, public spaces, have always been essential to building queer identity and queer community. Public spaces, whether it be a club, a gay bar, whatever you might call it, being in the public sphere has allowed gays, lesbians, trans folks of all generations to be able to come together and validate one another. COVID has shuttered many of those places and led to a lot of isolation, particularly for our young people who may be stuck in families that are abusive or invalidating. We have chosen families. Many of you are probably really well aware of the queer history of chosen families, meaning families that we choose instead of families that are brought to us by blood or marriage. For many of us who have been rejected by our biological family, our chosen family is what keeps us going, our support structure. Those chosen families exist across generations, they're multiracial, and they exist across households. COVID has been particularly difficult for chosen families who exist across households in period of quarantine and isolation. So one more thing, that's not enough. Geez, Jace, way to make everybody feel bad during a graduation speech. So if that's not enough, according to the HRC, 2021 is set to be the worst year in a very long time for LGBTQ backlash in state and local legislation. And I'm sure some of you have been following what's been going on lately in the news, whether it's rejecting trans athletes' participation in sports, whether it's rejection from religious participation in healthcare. Okay, what do we do with all of this? How do we process it? How do we handle it? I would say looking from the long range and seeing it from the perspective of an LGBTQ scholar, I think we need, and we may not be able to do it right now, but I think we need to begin to conceptualize the mark that COVID will have in our place in LGBTQ history and communities. I think it will leave a pretty indelible impact. And in fact, some folks are writing that it is equivalent to the HIV/AIDS epidemic in terms of the impact to activism and our history. It's hard to say at this point. So here's the brain puzzle part that I'm coming to. What can we gain from this experience of the pandemic that will leave us in a stronger position, that will help us, those of us who care, those of us who have an education, those of us who are empowered to do something to lift our communities and address these problems? I'm thinking of this on a macro level. And I wonder, I'm trying to see how many of you I can see at once. I'm wondering how many of you have read John D'Amelio's work? You'll raise your hand if you've had gay historian John D'Amelio. So, okay, he has this argument in a piece that he wrote. It's classic. He's writing it in the 80s, very classic. And it's called Capitalism and Gay Identity. And in this piece, he suggests that gay identity and gay community is not universal. And in fact, it was created by the social conditions brought on by capitalism. And he argues with the separation of the public and private sphere and the bifurcation of the unit of the family as being a site of economic production, when the workplace and the home become two different places and the public sphere begins to blossom, that allows the social conditions for the possibility of same-sex environments, which then leads to the possibility of same-sex relationships, which then snowballs into all different kinds of queer things that can be done outside of the heteronormative family. Now, why do I bring up D'Amelio? Other than it's fun to talk about D'Amelio. Well, I'm bringing it up because it demonstrates the irony of history. It also demonstrates how larger structural forces may come with some extremely devastating impacts, like capitalism has for all of us in terms of extreme economic inequality. But underlying that may be some changes that are happening that we can use to our advantage. Now, if we were in a classroom right now, I would spend the next 30 minutes having you all brainstorm what are these actual advantages that we may get from COVID that could then be used to thwart some of the problems that I just laid out before. And I'm certain that one of the things that you would say is that we have improved our ability to be a community without being in the same room. Do you think that's true? I do. I think there is a certain kind of acceleration in the infrastructure, whether you're talking about access to internet, access to computers. I think given the right kind of political capital, that access to virtual infrastructure can be greatly extended and used to the benefit of queer spaces that can exist beyond the reality of face-to-face, right? So you start to think about the growth, the accelerated growth of queer spaces outside of the physical landscape as we define it. Of course, this is happening right now. It's not anything new. It's just an acceleration and an understanding that after practicing with this stuff for a year, we can do things that we probably didn't realize we could do. Also, we are learning how to behave and in some cases enjoy these environments. All right, so if any of you have taken any kind of sociology or anthropology, you know we talk a lot about the difference between structure and culture. So an infrastructure is something like the ability to go online or the spread of the internet or a computer, right? That's a structural thing. But a cultural thing is a sense of belonging or a sense of know-how. Like, can I do this? Does this feel right? Can I actually feel connected to another human being when we are in a virtual space instead of a face-to-face one? I think COVID has given us an accelerated sense of using these technologies in a way that feels more natural or feels more possible. So I'm talking really abstractly and I'm likely running out of time. So let me give you a really specific example. Do you know of the Montage family, Mississippi? Chosen family, the House of Montage. Anybody know who I'm talking about? If you don't, look them up. They're incredible. So this is a chosen family. They have their own house. They do their own balls and all this really cool stuff, virtual costume balls. They've created a way to connect with their almost 50-member chosen family in a virtual environment, even though they have been cut off by COVID. You know, this is a kind of chosen family that takes trans kids, queer kids off the street whose parents have kicked them out, and they take them into their home, and they have been doing so for generations. And many of them, you know, have costume balls and so on, and they have figured out how to make a virtual technology work in this environment. And now here's the thing. Now there are kids who may not be able to actually go to a physical location, but they can sneak in on their computer, right? You know what I'm talking about here. So they may not be able to leave their home, but they can kind of with their computer. So this is a case of connection. Now, this has been happening, as I mentioned, but it's going to accelerate now, I think, if we can use these technologies to the right uses. Sisters of Perpetual Indulgence in San Diego. If you haven't checked out what they're doing, take a look at them. They're a great example of how you can do things virtually and create online networks. I love youth in high schools. What they've been doing across high schools in terms of doing all kinds of different costume balls and so on. Incredible work, examples of things that you can do going on there, and people who are figuring out how to take a really horrible pandemic and find the advantages and find the silver lining. Okay, so thinking is one thing, and we like to do that in academia. So you can think about these macro challenges, but here's my challenge for you, and this is where I'm going to end. My challenge for you is, as you move out of college and as you move into your professional environment, I want you to find at least one person to mentor. Just one, okay, at the very least. And I want them to be somebody that isn't in your, bio family or anything like that. Somebody who could use your perspective, who needs you, particularly queer youth, trans youth. Take them under your wing. Be the guide for them. Be that person for them. Even if it's just one person, please do it. That's my challenge to you. Now, it could be a young person. I don't really think age matters in terms of mentorship. There are all kinds of people of different ages who need mentors. They really just need somebody to be there for them. I think, leaving college, I can remember when I left college, and I can remember thinking, there are so many of my straight friends who are just going to go off and have their little families, and they're going to get in their, heteronormative units, and I'm never going to talk to them again. And I remember being so crushed by that, the thought of that. But that's not what ended up happening, and I'm not going to tell you how many years later that was, because that just, is depressing. Think about how old I am. But I'll tell you what actually happened is we became a family for life. Those people that you were in college with. And I expect that's going to happen for you all, especially those of you that have bonded really closely. Never give up on it. Whether you have to move different locations for your jobs or whatever happens, never give up on that bond that you have with each other. I should end there. Thank you for inviting me to speak, and congratulations on your graduation.
Hi there. My name is Timothy Bussey, and my pronouns are they, them. And I'm the Associate Director for the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at Kenyon College in Gambier, Ohio, where I lead LGBTQ+ initiatives across our campus and beyond. And I'd like to extend a very heartfelt congratulations to the class of 2021. Lavender graduation is such an important moment to recognize the achievements of our graduating LGBTQ+ seniors, and we're so proud of all that you all have accomplished this year. As you're keenly aware, our most recent academic year has been unlike any other. And despite all of these challenges, you all have thrived. And ultimately, you all have succeeded. In short, you all have shown your ability, your resilience, and your determination. And of course, we all know that you'll continue to show this in the next chapter of your lives as well. And I speak for so many colleagues when I say this, but we're obviously so immensely proud of you. And of course, we're also very appreciative for you too. For many LGBTQ+ students, being on campus means taking courses, engaging extracurricular opportunities, competing on sports teams, leading student organizations, and so much more. But of course, for our LGBTQ+ students, this often means that they're also working to make their campus a more inclusive space for LGBTQ+ students to come. And we'd like to thank you for the wisdom, for the experience, and for the passion that you all have shared with so many people across your campus communities. And we're so immensely grateful for all of the work that you put in to make our campuses a much more inclusive space for students to come. And again, congratulations to the class of 2021 on your most recent success, but we're also excited to celebrate your future successes too. So again, congratulations, class of 2021, and find some time to celebrate.
Thank you for all the support on social media as we continue to congratulate the class of 2021. My name is Olivia Claygraf, and I am a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 2021 intern. Remember, you can win a free Campus Pride signature bracelet from the Little Words Project now by sharing and tagging your friends. Also, this month, Campus Pride is participating in Give Out Day, so please consider going to campuspride.org/donate and making a $10 gift to support this program and all we do. $10 is all it takes to help us win a Give Out Day bonus of $10,000. Go to campuspride.org/donate. Let us continue as we feature the graduating class of 2021.
Welcome. On behalf of William Patterson University's Center for Diversity and Inclusion, the Women's Center, and the Lavender Graduation Planning Committee, and our students, we want to thank everyone for joining us today for this remote Lavender graduation honoring the class of 2021. My name is Yolani Ganell, and I serve as the Director for Student Diversity and Inclusion. My pronouns are she, her, and queen. Lavender graduation is a special ceremony for LGBTQIA+ and ally undergraduate and graduate students to acknowledge their achievements, contributions, and unique experiences at William Patterson University. As we get ready to begin our program, we would first like to thank all the faculty, staff, students, and guest speakers who have prepared remarks for us today. As a community, William Patterson University of New Jersey acknowledges the collective contributions of all students, faculty, and staff towards a safer and affirming campus for members of our LGBTQIA+ community. In our efforts to extend our values in creating a safe and supportive environment for LGBTQIA+ students, William Patterson University acknowledges the privacy of Lavender graduates that have self-identified, and we thank all of the graduating students that have participated this year. This is your moment. You've made it. As you get ready to don your cap and gowns, take a moment to reflect back on your experience here at William Patterson. You have pivoted and worked incredibly hard to balance your academics, work, and home life during the COVID-19 pandemic. Your resiliency does not go unnoticed. Adelante, upward and onward. We are very proud of you. At this time, I would like to introduce President Heldobler. As many of you know from personal interactions with him, President Heldobler has a particularly strong understanding of our students. Not only is he a graduate of a public university, but like many of them, President Heldobler is a first-generation college student of immigrant parents. This personal experience informs his commitment to serving students for whom education is a means of social mobility and economic progress. He is challenging us to rethink systems that create barriers for underrepresented populations in higher education, while also encouraging us all to celebrate our true identities every day, as well as on special occasions such as this. Please join me in welcoming President Heldobler.
Hello, graduates, and congratulations on your wonderful achievement. You now join the approximately 1/3 of Americans who hold a 4-year college degree. Unfortunately, that percentage is even lower in the LGBTQIA+ community, where marginalization too often keeps members from getting to college or fails to create a welcoming environment for those who do. The good news is that by sticking with your education and overcoming the many challenges along the way to earning your degree, you are helping to change that and making the path a little smoother for others to follow. We know that a college education is the great equalizer. That's true for individuals and their families in terms of economic opportunity. It's especially true in marginalized communities as they fight for equality. Now, I recognize that outness is a personal choice, and I fully embrace that freedom for everyone to choose for yourselves where on the continuum you want to be at any given time with different people in different settings. However, it is my strong hope that as you move into the world as an educated member of society, you will ponder the need to and decide how you will advocate for those who follow in your path. Much in the same way that those who stood up for themselves and their community at Stonewall more than 50 years ago paved the way for so many of us. This past June, the Supreme Court ruled that the Civil Rights Act of 1964, which outlaws workplace discrimination on the basis of sex, should be read to cover sexual orientation as well. So just as Donald Zarda, Gerald Bostock, and Amy Stevens took a stand to make the workplace more equal for us, we, too, must decide how we will make this a better place for those who follow us. It is my fervent belief that pride can't be something that we celebrate only at certain times of the year. And let's all hope that some of Pride will be celebrated in person this year. But it is something that we must carry within ourselves and project out into our communities. Whether they be affirming communities, ones that are still struggling to understand, or those communities that are not yet even attempting to understand. Recently, I was elected by my peers to serve as co-chair of the LGBTQ Presidents in Higher Education organization. While I am indeed proud of this achievement, I mention it here because everyone who came before me in living their authentic lives and everyone who mentored me has a stake in this milestone. One of my out-mentors is Chuck Middleton, the first openly gay university president in the country who founded the organization. Our individual pride is so much more powerful when it is connected to our pride as a community, both looking back and charging forward. So every day, wherever you go, you must live your life with pride. There is a song by Heather Small called Proud. A portion of the lyrics are, "Still so many answers I don't know. Realize that to question is how we grow. So I step out of the ordinary and I can feel my soul ascending. I am on my way, can't stop me now, and you can do the same. What have you done today to make you feel proud?" So I hope at the end of every day you ask yourselves, what have I done today to make me feel proud? And I hope that that answer gives you joy and brings meaning to your life. William Patterson has given you, and you have worked hard for and earned, all the tools you need to be successful in a diverse, affirming, and supporting community. What will you do with that special gift? What will you do to make yourself feel proud? And on those hard days, which will surely come, though I hope they are few, remember that everyone here at William Patterson is always proud of you. I am proud of you. And I know the world will be a better place for all of us in the LGBTQIA+ community and beyond with you in it, doing great things and feeling proud. Thank you. And again, congratulations to members of my community, our LGBTQIA+ graduates. Please know that as one of the 98 openly gay presidents in the country, I am extra proud of you.
Hello, May 2021 graduates. I am so excited for all of you to go and do awesome, fantastic things.
Congratulations to the class of 2021.
Congratulations! Hey, Lavender graduates of 2021. Congratulations.
Happy Lavender graduation.
Congratulations, Lavender graduates. This is Lowell Kane, Director of the LGBTQ Center and Director of Student Engagement and Belonging, wishing you congratulations on this incredible milestone.
My name's Beth McCuskey, and I'm the Vice Provost for Student Life here at Purdue, and just want to wish you my absolute best as you graduate and begin this next phase in life.
All of the staff members at Purdue Asian American and Asian Resource and Cultural Center would like to congratulate all of this year's graduates.
On behalf of the College of Health and Human Sciences, I want to say just how proud we are of you and of all of your accomplishments.
On behalf of the CCO, congratulations, graduates!
We at Purdue Promise are so proud of you. We know how incredibly hard you've worked to get to this point, and we want you to know that your hard work has not gone unnoticed.
To the LGBTQ Center, thank you for always supporting students, faculty, and staff at Purdue University, and for always going above and beyond.
Being a part of the Lavender graduation is one of many, many times you need to celebrate all of the great things that you've done.
This is a major milestone in your life journey. We know you are capable of amazing things.
Throughout the past year, it has been incredibly difficult for all of us. And I am so excited that you persisted and you are still here with us and graduating and walking either in person or virtually.
Class of 2021, I know this has been a difficult year to say the least for so many of us. I hope that you made it through with happiness and joy, and today that you are so proud of yourself for getting that degree, for working so hard, and for making it through.
You did it. Congratulations to you, to all of your loved ones, to everyone who is there rooting you on. Everyone in this compilation video is here for you, and we cannot wait to see all the great things you're going to do.
All the best for your bright future and happiness.
Your future is bright with promise, and we wish you all the best in the next step of your journey.
May your careers be rewarding and meaningful, and your lives be full of love and joy. Congratulations again.
I wish you nothing but the best. I wish you love and happiness throughout the years, and I can't wait to see what else you accomplish.
You've made it, you are graduating, and we are so proud of you. On behalf of the entire LGBTQ Center staff and team and the community here, we celebrate you today and always. Congratulations, Boilermakers.
Congratulations, class of 2021.
Hail Purdue.
Thank you for your time at Purdue, and congratulations. Go and make the world a better place.
How's everyone doing? My name is Simone Boyd, and I'm a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 2021 intern. We are extremely grateful that we are able to bring together all these amazing individuals for our virtual class of 2021 Lavender graduation today. Thank you to all the campuses we are featuring who are helping Campus Pride fulfill its mission of creating safer, more inclusive campus communities. At the end of the program, you will see our class of 2021 graduation scroll of all the campuses Campus Pride works with annually. We honor all of you, your class of 2021. Congratulations. Please take a moment to post and share congrats to the class of 2021. And don't forget to follow us at Campus Pride and use the hashtag LavGrad when you tag us. That being said, we would like to welcome our last featured guest as we honor the class of 2021.
Hi everyone, I and a few of the staff members with the Office of Diversity, Equity, and Inclusion at the University of Alabama in Huntsville would like to congratulate the class of 2021 graduates on their hard work they've shown over these years. You've done all of this while showing the world just how strong, brave, beautiful, and intelligent the LGBTQIA+ community really is. I just know because of this, you're going to continue to do amazing things in this world, all while expressing your individuality. Again, congratulations on graduating, class of 2021.
Congratulations, 2021 graduates. You have worked so hard, overcome so much, and found out important things about yourself through your collegiate career. Now, it's even more for the world to see, to enjoy, and to achieve. So congratulations.
Congratulations, class of 2021. You made it through this dumpster fire of a year that was 2020. I'm so proud of you, and I'm rooting for you as you navigate through this thing called life. As an ally, I'll continue to advocate for students like you. So good luck, and congratulations again.
Congratulations, class of 2021 graduates. I'm so proud of you and all you have accomplished during your time in college. Undergrad is no joke, and you deserve to be celebrated. Remember, take pride in who you are, show up authentically, and never let anyone make you feel inferior. Adulthood is scary, but it's also very fun. Good luck. I wish you all the best.
Congratulations!
Hi, my name's Katie Sprinkle. I want to welcome you to the 2021 University of Texas at Dallas Lavender graduation. I want to thank everyone at the university who plans and coordinates the Lavender graduation ceremony. I also would like to thank Mr. Matthew Weiser-Johns for once again inviting me to speak at this ceremony. I graduated from the University of Texas at Dallas in 1990 with a degree in government and politics. I went to St. Mary's Law School, where I earned my law degree in 1993. I spent the bulk of my career as a public defender in both Dallas and Burnett counties. In 2013, I started my own law practice, continuing my work in criminal defense, but also advocating on behalf of the transgender community in both court and in public settings, including testifying before the state legislature. I also served on the Board of Equality Texas. I've come a long way from my graduation, and so has the university. In fact, in 1990, that was the first year that the university admitted freshmen. That's right, we didn't have a freshman or sophomore class. When I started at the university, you had to attend community college to get your first 2 years of college done before transferring to the University of Texas at Dallas. So we've come a long way and seen a lot of changes. Of course, this last year has been full of changes, full of challenges, more than any of us have seen during our lifetimes. I'm fond of a phrase that I saw on a television show. The phrase is, history is made by those who show up. Might sound a little corny, probably a little simplistic, but there's something noble knowing that you can make history just by showing up. Whether it's showing up at a Black Lives Matter protest or showing up for work, you too can make history. Does the name Katie Carico ring a bell? It should. Katie is a 66-year-old immigrant who spent 4 decades researching something called mRNA. She rarely received grants, never earned more than $60,000 a year, and many considered her efforts foolish. Well, that was until this past year. You see, her work became the basis for the Pfizer and Moderna COVID-19 vaccines. Katie made history by showing up. Now, my own bit of history came in December of 2019. You see, I was sworn in as the first openly transgender district-level judge in Dallas County and in the state of Texas. Now, that didn't happen by accident. The road to becoming a judge started way back when I was in high school. Back when I first started trying to figure out what I was going to be when I grow up. I spent most of my high school career in the theater department. I performed in several of the school plays and entered numerous drama competitions, eventually competing in the state drama tournament in 1986. Now, I loved the theater department, but during my junior year, I wasn't sure that I wanted to pursue acting as a career. So I began to explore other options, and I developed a lot of different interests. That's very common for people of that age. I had interest in information technology, and journalism, and law, all of which scared me to death. You see, I wasn't a great student in high school. I would be told later that I suffered from attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, or as teachers in my day referred to it, I was a lazy, undisciplined student. Yep, they actually said that. Unfortunately, more than once. I can only tell you that when I graduated high school in May of 1986, I lacked a little bit of confidence. And that's probably an understatement. College
terrified me. I felt that I would flounder because, well, past performance is a predictor of future performance. Or at least, that's what they say. You know, I used to drive my high school teachers crazy because I barely made C's on my daily homework assignments, but I was often getting A's on my exams. The strange thing was that my ADHD gave me the ability to hyper-focus, which made me a really good test taker. I actually had one teacher question whether I was cheating. I actually had to defend my test score by taking this weird oral quiz, which I passed, by the way. Now, she was shocked, and she asked how I managed to do that. My answer was, hey, that's just part of the wonders of being me. Now, I was being somewhat facetious when I said that, but to be honest, those words unlocked something for me, and now I look back on that experience with some true gratitude. It was the first time I ever uttered those words, but it wasn't the last time. In fact, it's become a bit of a rallying cry for me. As I began my college career, I began to better understand my own peculiar way of learning and studying. I would end up being an A student in college. The more I learned to accept the unique way that I learned and studied, the better my grades got. I wish that I could say that everything was just peaches and cream after that, but, well, we all know better. In fact, my unique way of studying drove some of my law school classmates crazy. One of my friends actually asked me to stop studying with them because the way I studied was so different. Quite frankly, it was driving them crazy. Now, I didn't get mad. In fact, I had already decided that I was going to stop studying with them because, quite frankly, the way they studied drove me crazy. By accepting the wonders of being me, I found my own path. I didn't need to follow other people's paths, and I didn't need them to follow my path. Now, life is full of challenges. Some of those challenges we pass. Some, well, not so much. Now, life can be a real challenge, and we've all learned that from this past year. There are times when life itself is a challenge. Unfortunately, there are those who look at people who walk to the beat of a different drum with derision and scorn. The key to weathering these ups and downs in life is finding joy. That's right, joy. Yes, you can find joy even in a pandemic. Now, people often confuse joy and happiness. Now, I have to be honest about this. I really wish that I had learned the difference much earlier in my life, the difference between joy and happiness, because they're not the same thing. I spent way too much of my life chasing happiness when what I should have done was look for joy. Now, the best description I've ever found for the difference between joy and happiness is this. Joy is when you make peace with who you are, why you are, how you are. Whereas happiness tends to be externally triggered. It's based upon other people, other things, other places, other thoughts and events. When you accept your unique qualities, when you accept the wonders of being you, then you will find joy. When you accept the things that come with life, whether those things are perceived as positive or negative, you will find joy. Trust me, I know how hard it is to find joy in sad things in life. How hard it is to find joy during a global pandemic. But the challenges can be beat. They can be overcome. We adapt. We overcome. Each and every day, you have to accept what is happening. Accept is the key to joy. Accepting the wonders of being you. Asking yourself every single day, today I will find joy. Then go out and actually look for it. Never close yourself off. I can tell you from experience, you will never find joy by hiding, by being afraid. Now, I learned this lesson the hard way. One of my greatest regrets in life is that I didn't learn to find joy sooner. Another regret in my life is that I didn't come out sooner. I didn't fully accept myself until later in life. I was 43 years old when I began my transition. Now, I was as terrified of transition as I was of college all those years earlier. Then one day I realized that being transgender was just part of the wonders of being me. And just like the lesson I learned back in high school, I had to learn this all over again. This time, I had to learn to accept myself. I had to learn to be true to myself. I had to learn to be my authentic self. Now, I had always heard that coming out as transgender meant risking everyone and everything that you ever held dear. Somehow, I overcame that fear, and I came out. When I did, I found my old friend, Joy. I quickly discovered that I didn't give people in my life enough credit. As I accepted myself, my family and friends accepted me. Joy comes from making peace with who you are, why you are, where you are. All of those things come from inside you before they come from any place else. You need to take pride in the wonders of being you, because those wonders are your superpower. Ask yourself every morning, where will I find joy today? Then never stop looking for joy. Be grateful for the experiences and the people who help you grow. I can tell you that I feel such a sense of pride for the University of Texas at Dallas, because not only did this university help me grow, but it also takes pride in the wonders of its students, which is what Lavender graduation celebrates. Be you, be proud, become joy, and keep showing up, because that is how you will make history. I want to thank everyone who attended Lavender graduation, because it shows all of us that we have value. It shows all of us that showing up is making history.
Thank you all for coming today. I can't express how happy I am to see all of you. Although this last year has been full of uncertainty and often loneliness, at least for me, we stand, or rather sit, here today to celebrate a huge milestone. Graduating from high school or college is not a given, not a guarantee. I tend to tell myself that it is not a big deal and that anyone could achieve what I have. But it's not true, and I want to remind all of you of that. You put in the work for this. You are the one who pulled all-nighters, showed up to classes, did the work you didn't always want to do. No one can take that away from you. This is a time to be unabashedly proud of yourselves and your peers. So much of our lives as queer people is marked by struggle, and I am so proud of all of us for getting this far, for exceeding others' expectations of us, and preparing to move forward in our lives, to go out into the world and continue to live freely and openly. As I move forward out of college and into the next chapter of my life, I can't help but be so incredibly grateful for the experiences I've had here at Eastern. These 4 years really have been the best of my life. I came to this campus 4 years ago, a scared and anxious 18-year-old kid. I showed up to move into Streeter Hall, clutching my mother's hand. But from the moment I showed up here on this campus, the community here greeted me with open arms. I was so afraid that I wouldn't be able to find my place here, that I would end my college career with no more community than I had had before. But I'm so happy to say that that's not true. I got so lucky here. I I met my best friends here, people that I consider my family. I've loved here and lost here, cried and laughed. And at the end of the day, so much of that I owe to the Pride Center, to Nick Franco and Vanessa. These two amazing human beings have showed me how joyful and meaningful my life can be. So thank you so much for being there for me, and for all the other students who walk through your doors every single year. I'd like to leave you with a quote from David Levithan's book, Two Boys Kissing. We do not start as dust. We do not end as dust. We make more than dust. That's all I ask of you. Make more than dust. And that's what I'd like to ask of you all today, to go into the world and make more than dust. So congratulations on graduating. We did it.
Congrats, class of 2021. My name is Luke M. Whitney, and I am a Campus Pride Ambassador and Summer 2021 intern. As we wrap up our Lavender graduation ceremony, we would like to thank everyone involved, from our sponsors, staff and faculty, alumni, and of course, our class of 2021 graduates that made today's event possible. Again, if you would like to contribute to events such as today's, all month we are amping for Give Out Day. Please donate $10 at campuspride.org/donate. Also, for all of you class of 2021 graduates looking for jobs and internships, please check out Campus Pride Career Connect. It is your one-stop career engagement portal creating meaningful, authentic relationships between LGBTQ+ young adults and employers. Thank you all so much for joining us today. Congratulations to the class of 2021 on all of your accomplishments, and stay safe.